please text the word along with your issue and keep it to 55555. A member of our installations will respond to your concern. Hey kids, come to the Warriors game next week and receive a Warriors mascot basketball. Everyone under 12 gets a ball with a random chance at a special player autograph. We'll see you in our next game. Don't forget, Nation, we have tickets available for upcoming home games. Stop by the ticket booth or visit us online and grab them today.
Nation, there are tickets available for upcoming games. Please go to the nearest ticket booth and get yours today.
Attention, Nation, we can't wait to see you. At point guard, 6'3", number 3.
Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. Hi, folks, this is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing that. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
All the talk around the NBA, Grant, that quadruple double from MP.
I still can't believe he did it, B.A. MP doing it all for his team. And everyone in this crowd is here to see him tonight.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Walker Kessler. And it's Clark in at the two-guard spot. George for three. And that comes off the assist by Green.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. George has a confident stroke.
MP looking around. And here's Curry for three. Knocks it down from distance.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to George. Over MP. And the jumper falls for him. George has got five.
Now, Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds them.
Here's MP, and he converts the layup.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Outside, Green. Pass to Kessler. Clark with it. Fires the three. The rebound by MP. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Big flush from MP, a young player looking to make the highlight reel.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now here's Kessler. Pass to Clark. Here's Green. And here's Markkanen. Moody defends. Just 5 on the clock. And George launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Pass to Markkanen. And here is Green. Fires from deep. Utah with another miss. And a deep three from Curry. No good with the triple. Utah trailing here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Moody. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Here's George. He's got 5. And he drives in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen outside. It's George on the wing. Covered by MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the jam by George.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
To the middle. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Out to the right wing. Outside Moody. MP outside. Back to Moody. And stolen by Green. Pass to George. Clark outside. Green with a screen on Curry. And here's Clark for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City where they beat the Jazz.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant. Have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
Right side Curry, 19-footer. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 7.
I just love the ball move.
Knocked loose. Stolen by MP. Drives to the hoop. And MP throws it down.
Well, you love to see the athleticism that MP is developing here. Gets a step. And look out.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. They trail by 9. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Now here's George. He has 7. Kessler, a screen on MP. Clark outside to end the run. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
George against MP. Outside Moody. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Kuminga. Let's go with a 3. Sinks it from distance. Kuminga's got a second bucket on the night.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost. Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
George passes to Kessler. Now here's Clark. Green finds Markkanen. Back to Green. Here's George. The 3. The rebound by MP. The Warriors lead by 13. Here's Curry. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's MP. Utah grabs the miss.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, He doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Pass to Clark. There's the triple. He can't hit that time.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And here's Kuminga for three. Drains the triple. Kuminga's got 8 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
MP drives in. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, good, aggressive move by MP. You know, I have a feeling we'll see this a lot in his career.
Outside, Green. Pass to George. Kessler, a screen on MP. George against MP. Kicks it out to Clark. From the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. MP's got 4 rebounds now.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Back to Kuminga. MP outside. And the layup is good. 12 points for him.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Tipped away. Stolen by MP. Takes it inside. And MP throws it down.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. The Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Kolek. Shot clock at 6. Inside to stop the run. Outside for Green. Here's Hendricks. Here's Kolek. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Holmes.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, man, Kuminga getting creative at the rim.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Jazz shooting around 40% early on here. Here's Kolek, covered by MP. Pass to Kolek from behind the arc. On target from range.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
MP, the pass to Kuminga. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
There's a minute 12 left now in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. And he's going for the lob.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with the detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
By himself. Oh, MP throws it down.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Here's Kolek. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. The Warriors pull it in, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Pass to Pajemski. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
I Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Here's Kolek, covered by MP. To the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Golden State basketball. Substitution on the court.
MP getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Changes here for the Warriors. Moody's checked in for Thompson. Curry comes in for Podziemski. And MP subbed in for Sexton. Now Kessler. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston. Pass to Hendricks. Clock at 6. To win the cold spell. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Williams is checked in for Martin.
Jazz sub, number 5, Cody Williams.
Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moody. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. On the take. Utah grabs a miss. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Utah shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Raptors had a huge game. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and the story of the night. He put together the rare quadruple-double. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, BA, there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Utah making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. Markkanen with a screen on MP. Pass to Hendricks. Down low. His first shot coming late, and he hits the jumper for 2.
You don't see Markkanen operate too much from that area on the floor, but he's smart enough not to pass up that open shot.
On the wing, Curry. And it falls all over the rim and in. Curry's got 11 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary. And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Irving's checked in for the Warriors. MP finds Irving. Irving screen on George. Now Curry. For 3. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Back to George. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
George against MP. Moody on the wing. Here's MP. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
That's just too easy for MP.
And here's George. They'll bring it up for Utah. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. Second chance shot. Here's Kessler. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Personal foul.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game. Pajemski's checked in for Irving. And Utah with a change here too. Green is checked in.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
George left side. Pass to Kessler. It's George on the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
At the line for the Jazz.
First free throw is good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hi everyone, let's start things off by checking. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for Golden State.
These guys are playing with intensity.
Thanks for tuning in.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jonathan Kuminga. What a contribution here.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. We've got Walker Kessler. Draymond Green is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's George, and it's Clark in at the 2. Pass to George. The 3-ball. And it's MP with a rebound.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Throws it down.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
It's stolen by MP. And he banks in the layup. MP's gotten 4 this quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Trace Jackson Davis. Third personal foul.
The first one falls.
Team foul. At the line for the Jazz.
George hits them both. The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. And MP throws it down.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Markkanen outside. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. George's shot is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Kuminga with a screen on George. MP, the pass to Kuminga. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. George against MP. And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're really struggling with turnovers. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And the Warriors with possession. This run now up to 13-2. Pass to Curry. Back to MP. The floater. Outside Curry. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Clark, the pass to Green. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Kuminga.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses. You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Utah has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
But one thing that no team loves is a young, selfish player. Clearly, that's not who MP is.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. For 3, George. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right side Moody. MP with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Oh, George with a steal. In transition. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Golden State with it. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to Curry. 3-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Curry's got 17 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the 3-point shot.
Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But I give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries. The confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Back to MP. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. Kessler a screen. It's George on the wing, covered by MP. They get it back. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up, and a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
And a great job by Markkanen to toe the line there along the corner. to knock down the three.
George against MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Curry. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Curry's got 19 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
MP against Markkanen. Second chance effort, and MP lays it in. MP's got 38 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Clark. Back to George. Kessler, a screen on MP. George against MP. Over MP. And another miss by Utah.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
Let's have a look at the teams who have been shooting the ball the most consistently these past 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
But lately their offense has been completely in sync. The guys are accepting their roles and playing unselfish basketball. That's helped them hit a high percentage of those opportunities.
The Jazz shooting just 35% from the floor. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Podziemski. Shot to stop the run. To the right side. Here's Hendricks. The offensive rebound. Another shot. That shot missing.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Thompson finds MP. Pass to Podziemski. MP outside, takes a three. The rebound by Kolek. It's stolen by MP. And he's going for the oop here. Throw it down on the lob.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. It's stolen by MP. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Kessler up top. Pass to Hendricks. The putback. Santos pulls it in.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going. He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 to shoot. To stop the drought. Sends it home from three-point land. Sensabaugh's got 7 points in the game.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. And they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Thompson with it. Over Markkanen. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Podziemski. Pass to Hendricks. They set the screen. The three is up. Santos pulls it in.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Here's MP. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the foul called on him. Thompson and Wiggins at the forward positions. Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. And it's Santos in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5.
And how about Wiggins' ability to slither in there and slip past the contact for a finish?
And here is Williams. Here's Sensabaugh. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
MP outside, out left to the wing. The 3. Utah with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Hendricks. The rebound by Wiggins. Wiggins got 6 rebounds now in the game. Right side Pajemski over Williams. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Martin outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 6. And there's the drive. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. He swipes the ball away again.
He's able to anticipate their every move.
An absolute pest on the defensive end.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
That's tipped. And there's the lob. Yet another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Wiggins. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Quick into the air. Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
Nabbing another steal.
And I can't believe what he's doing on defense. I mean, just racking up steals.
He just tied for the 4th most steals in a game ever.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Back to Duren. There's the double with Thompson. Clock is at 3. Here's Sensabaugh. And another miss by Utah. Duren with a steal. Pass to Sensabaugh. And you look around the league. Brent, are small market teams having a moment?
Well, BA, these teams have done a very good job of positioning themselves well. If you look back over the past couple of years, what have they done? Well, they've had themselves a lot of pick, a lot of good fortune moving up in the draft in some cases. These teams aren't going anywhere.
And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. Here's Kolek, covered by MP. Duren in the post. Banked it in off the glass. Duren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
Thompson, that's good.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Here's Sensabaugh. Check by Sexton. Pass to Kolek. The 3 is up. nails it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Sexton misses. The Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Inside. And Kolek gets it to go.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
And here's MP from outside. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
He's got a nice feel.
Yet another steal from him.
He's at 4th on the single-game list for steals. He is dangerous.
Oh, you don't want to pass or dribble the ball around him. He'll just take it away.
What would this game be like without their easy points off of turnovers?
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Duren up top. Here's Kolek. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. MP up top. Out to Thompson from deep. The shot comes out.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And Hendricks gets it to go.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Outside Pajemski. MP outside. Back to Pajemski. Pass to MP. And he lobs it up top. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
It's stolen by MP. There's the drive. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we
Nabbing another steal.
He's making history. Tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Just incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball.
What a play. MP getting it done on both ends.
Pass to Duren. Knocks it loose. He swipes the ball away again.
Yeah, he's been an absolute thief on the floor tonight, robbing them blind.
And by the way, that swipe puts him tied for 2nd all time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort for him. And the foul called on MP. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Irving's checked in for Santos. George against MP. George. And he makes it on the layup. George has got 9 points now in the second half.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Spins. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Clark outside. Pass to Kessler. Thompson against George. To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Draymond Green with a great job playing the high screen and roll. Keeps the D off balance every time.
And that one's good. Thompson.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Markkanen with a screen on Sexton. And here's Green from the arc. Pajemski grabs the board. Pajemski's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's MP going inside for 3. Sexton. And the Warriors with another 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
George for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Sexton finds MP. Here's the pick. Back to Sexton. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. Nails it from 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. George has got 30 points.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
And here's Kessler. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Markkanen. And he can't get that one. MP outside. Yep, that one's good. MP's got 54 points.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his...
Yet another steal from him.
He just does not let up. Constant ball pressure, and now he's broken his own record, a new number for the second most steals in a game.
Just a fearsome presence defensively. Always bringing pressure and very crafty, hunting those opportunities to poke it loose, get out and run. It's stolen by MP. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. Another possession, another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game. He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
Pass to Green. It's George on the wing. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this is win number 60 for the year. A huge milestone for them and a testament to the effort and energy these guys bring every night.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins. Hardaway's checked in for the Warriors.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Utah has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Pass to Green. Now Markkanen.
Get outside, get outside.
Lets it fly. George's shot is off. Over Hardaway with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And finished off by Kessler. And that's a double-double for him now.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One play.
the only players to ever